What's going on, guys? This is Knight here, and I'm coming back at you again today, people, with a brand new Fortnite video. And I apologize, I haven't been able to upload for the past couple of days. I've just been busy, but I managed to find some free time, so I thought, you know what, I'll make a video. So today's video, I'm actually going to be ranking every single tier 100 skin in the game. So this is every tier 100 skin, or max tier skin if you prefer it, because not all of them are actually at tier 100. So it's starting off from Chapter 1 Season 2 to Chapter 2 Season 5. And personally, I think tier 100 skins are actually very awesome overall. We have had some disappointing ones, but overall, I would say they managed to basically hold their place as some of the best skins in the game. So, you know what, anyways, with that said, let's just jump right into it. If you enjoyed, then please feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and let us just dive right into it. Alright, so starting off our list at number 14 position, this is a pretty obvious choice. I'm sure a lot are going to agree with this one. This is going to be Lux. Now, why is Lux such a bad tier 100 skin, some may wonder? Well, let's start off with the fact that, one, she's disappointing, especially as far as tier 100 skins go, but in all honesty, I don't even think she should be legendary. Like, to me, it was pretty much as if they took an uncommon skin and put it at tier 100, and that just really annoys me. Like, I understand there are some people that do prefer, like, the more simplistic skins, sweats, but like, that's fine, but like for a tier 100 skin, no. Like, I wouldn't even like that as a tier 1 skin. Like, to me, like, I'm not a big fan of her theme. I don't like the whole rapper thing she has going on. And, you know, respect to some people that do. But it's just like, I'm not a big fan of her design. Like, I don't even think it's just boring. I just think it doesn't look good. Like, even if she was in the item shop, I still wouldn't pay 800 V-Bucks, let alone 2,000 V-Bucks for her. Now, with that said, I do actually think she has a pretty nice set. Her pickaxe and backbling are actually not too bad. But overall, I'm just not a big fan of her, and she was definitely the biggest disappointment of tier 100 skins by far, at least in my eyes. Alright, so for our number 13 position, this definitely isn't nearly as bad as Lux. I actually think this is a lot cooler. However, I just don't really see myself using this all that much. This is going to be Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with this, and I can completely understand why, but I guess to me, I have a lot of trouble using licensed skins in the game. I mean, occasionally I do, you know, like you got Mandalorian, Doctor Doom are some of my personal favorites, but overall, I really just have trouble using a licensed skin because when I'm playing the game, I want to use a skin that I call my own. Like, that's why you always see me rock Molten Battlehound and Mayhem, skins, you know, skins like that. But if you're using a licensed skin, like, again, there's nothing wrong if you do like it, but to me, it's just like, I want it, like, you can't call that your own. Like, that doesn't even belong to Fortnite. That belongs to Marvel, obviously. And plus, also, Iron Man has a really annoying issue with me that I hope they change in the future, but I doubt it. And the fact that you can't use Iron Man as a style, you have to do the built-in emote in game, which isn't the biggest deal ever, but it is pretty annoying. But I will give him credit where credit is due, and I do think that Styles actually had a pretty creative aspect to it. I think it was pretty innovative that they added those to the skins of the Chapter 2 Season 4 Battle Pass. So, definitely not a bad skin by any means. Definitely much better than Lux. But overall, I just don't see myself using him all that often, so that's why I'm going to put him at the number 13 spot. Alright, so now moving on to our number 12 position. I'm actually going to give this one to the Reaper, aka the Season 3 John Wick. Now, I know a lot of people say that this skin got ruined by the release of the official John Wick skin in Season 9. Personally, though, I actually prefer this to John Wick. But it's not because it's just, because it's just OG. For one, I don't know, I see the official John Wick skin, and I kind of just think they did Keanu Reeves' face weird. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. But also, I prefer the much more clean black suit of the Reaper rather than the black and white that John Wick has. So, I know a lot of people are saying, like, well, you can't call that John Wick anymore because that's John Wick, not the Reaper. But to me, like, still, you can still call him a hitman. Like, that's still what he is. He's still a hitman. So, I do think he's pretty cool, and I do actually still run him from time to time these days. But I still have to admit that it's not entirely all that impressive looking back on it, because it is still kind of just a guy in a suit. But I still think it's a fun skin, and definitely a classic one. So I try not to let nostalgia get into my eyes a little too much here, so I'm going to put him at the number 12 spot, but still a pretty solid skin. Alright guys, so moving on to the number 11 position, this is probably going to be the one thing that ticks people off the most. This is going to be Black Knight. So, the Black Knight, nothing wrong with it. he's he's the first legendary skin in the game and the first max tier 100 skin, whatever. But I mean, at the end of the day, he is technically just a retextured default with a helmet. So I mean, you can't give him all that much credit, but for the first one, he is actually pretty cool. I mean, just the theme obviously is gonna look cool. He's like a Phantom Knight kind of character. So it's good. It's all right. Do I wish I had him? Yes, I certainly do, and I do think it's still a really awesome skin. But I mean, he is very old, and you can just definitely tell it hasn't aged all that well. And when you compare it to all the new stuff we have these days, it's just, I mean, you can only give it so much credit. So I know a lot of people rank this at like the top 3 or number 1, whatever. I didn't want to do that, so I decided number 11. He's not bad, just not one of like the all-time greats that we have now. Alright, so for our number 10 position, I am going to actually give this to Fusion, and dude, I'm not going to lie, it actually pains me to put him this low. This guy has, like, recently actually grown on me a lot. I've just been using him quite a bit. He has grown on me a lot, but I really can't put him any higher because I just think all the other stuff is just that good. So, it's not a matter of how bad he is, all the other stuff is good. So, Fusion, I mean, I think all of his styles are great. I can't really decide which I prefer between his base style or the one with the silver mask. The white and gold one also looks really nice. So, I just think this is definitely one of the good ones, and it's definitely one of the more clean, like, slim tier 100 skins. So, if you don't like bulky skins, this is probably one of the better ones for you. I just think, it's just a great skin. I mean, way to start the chapter off, honestly. So there's really not a whole lot I can say about Fusion. He's got some nice styles, and his whole set is actually really nice as well. The glider, pickaxe, it's all just really great. So he comes in at number 10. Alright, so now moving into our number 9 position. Again, it kind of sucks I have to put this guy this low, but I can't put any of the other stuff any lower. So this is going to be Midas. I know, again, a lot of people are going to disagree with this. I'm pretty sure this is actually ranked as the top best tier 100 skin in the game by the Fortnite community, which is pretty interesting. Now, I'll admit, I used to be, not necessarily a hater, but I used to not really be a big fan of this guy. Like, I used to think he was one of the, one of the worst tier 100 skins, like, probably second worst deluxe. And, I take quite a bit of that back. I think he's grown on me quite a bit, especially because, I like the theme where he's kind of like, he's like a James Bond villain. So, he's pretty cool. He's got some nice styles. I would actually say the best style, in my opinion, is probably his base one, just because I think it has the most detail, and it's the most intimidating. You can see his scar. I think it looks really cool. Although, one thing that's a little bit disappointing to me about him is I wish that Midas Rex was a style for him. I think that would have made much better for a tier 100 skin to have that as like an upgradable style. It just wouldn't have made sense, in my opinion. But then again, I can't really blame Epic Games because Midas Rex alone probably sold for like millions. So, Midas is actually really cool. I've managed to make some pretty nice combos with him. So, he's grown on me quite a bit. So, anyways, he comes in at number 9. Alright, so coming in at the number 8 position, this is going to be the Ice King. Now, obviously, I know a lot of the sweats are going to disagree with this one, but honestly, all I can say is, screw off, dude. But in all seriousness, I know people say that this one's just not good to use because it's so bulky. Bro, I don't care. I can get dubs all day using Ice King. Like, it makes no difference. So, I think his customization is cool. I think he has, like, all of his styles are pretty solid. You got the blue one, you got silver, you got black and red, you got a little bit of gold. They all look nice. Would it have been nicer to have some, like, progression, like, upgrades with them? Maybe a little bit, but honestly, it's not a huge deal to me. So, I think he's really cool. I love his design, and honestly, he fits the theme of that season very well. I mean, like, it's wintry theme, and he's the Ice King. It's kind of too perfect not to do that. So, I mean, there's really not a whole lot I can say about him. He's just a really, really sick-looking skin, and he comes in at number 8. Alright, so coming in at the number 7 position, this is going to be Ragnarok. Now, I'm not going to lie, this skin's been recently growing on me. The Barbarian theme is awesome, the skull head looks insane. The only thing I would maybe do to improve it is, one, add a style to have the skull without the beard. The beard is kind of like one of the things that I'm not a huge fan of, but it doesn't like ruin the skin. It's just something I prefer to go without. And maybe some customizable colors, because You remember the season before we had Omega, and if you maxed him out, then you got the customizable colors. Kind of wish they had that with Ragnarok, but again, it doesn't ruin the skin. It's just, you know, it's a little bit unfortunate that we didn't get it. But overall, I would say it's an awesome skin, and it easily is the best thing that came out of the Season 5 Battle Pass. You know, and yes, I am referring to Drift. I definitely think this is miles better than Drift. Just the theme, you know, the skull head, the armor, it all looks awesome. And in all honesty, I think he actually would have worked as like a modern type of like winter tier 100 skin. Like if you took out Menace and then put Ragnarok in today, I think it actually would have worked because this is like a wintry season. So it would have made sense, at least in my opinion. So, you know, Ragnarok, he's growing on me quite a bit, so he comes in at number 7. Alright, and coming in at number 6 position, this is actually going to be our current tier 100 skin, or I guess tier 83 skin. This is Menace. Now, Menace is, I gotta say, one sick looking tier 100 skin. The Gladiator, I've been waiting for a Gladiator skin to come in this game forever. You know, I just think Gladiators look amazing. The only one we've ever really had in the past was the Battlehound, which, you know, I'm a huge fan of. But this is definitely, it just looks awesome. You know, the customization you have, you know, you can change the helmet, you can put the mask on. I would definitely say the best style is his max style. I kind of wish you had some extra color styles. I know you have like the sapphire and the topaz and 0-point styles, but I mean colors like maybe change like he's golden purple, maybe change it to like golden blue or something along those lines. Again, that would just be a personal preference of mine, but even I still think he's amazing skin. I love the helmet design, you know, like with the skull and the glowing eyes. It just looks, it looks great. So again, a little bit of a bulky tier 100 skin, but I still do not give a single crap at all whatsoever about that. So he's awesome, and he comes in at number 6. Alright, so for number 5, we have what is debatably one of the most underrated skins on this list. This is going to be Vendetta. Now, people can say what they want about Vendetta. They say he looks garbage. They say he's too bulky. They say they don't like his design. You know, they can say whatever they want. And again, I mean, you can have your opinion. I'll have mine. He's just an awesome skin. Like, I just really love his design. I love like the plasma he's got going on. And the customization he has. You know, you can change so many colors on him. You can change his armor. You can change his clothes. It looks really good. And he's such an amazing skin for combos. So, you know, I'm a big fan of him overall, and he's just such an underappreciated character in my eyes. So, anyways, he comes in at number 5. Alright, now moving into the number 4 position, this is where things started getting tough for me to rank. This is going to be the Eternal Knight from the Chapter 2 Season 3 Battle Pass. Such an amazing skin from such a great Battle Pass. So, Eternal Knight, you know, it's just an amazing design, first of all. You know, it's not technically part of the same set, but it's basically like almost like the female equivalent to the Ultimate Knight. So that alone makes it really awesome to me. And the customization she has, like, you got the main 3 styles, which, you know, silver, black, and gold, which all 3 of those look great. But then you have the Enlightened styles, which just arguably look better. And I love the fact that you can pretty much use her as if she's like I'm really not even like sad that I don't have the Black Knight now that I have this. Like, it's just because this is just clearly so much better. So she's a great skin. She has a really great set, actually. I'm a big fan of her pickaxes and her glider. One issue I have is the fact that you can't use her shields with the Enlightened styles, which I don't know why. Maybe they'll add it in the future. I don't know, but it is what it is. So, anyways, that is Eternal Knight, and she comes in at number 4. Alright, so now cracking into the top 3, this is going to be the Ultimate Knight. Now, I'm not going to lie, I have a lot of trouble deciding between this and the Eternal Knight, but I think I just prefer the overall look and design of this one. But honestly, they swap from time to time. So, again, I love this guy. I love the customization he has. You got the red, you got the silver, my personal favorite style, and you got the gold. All 3 of them look great, and such a great skin for combos. I just love it. People can say it's bad because it's bulky or because it's a rip-off of an OG skin. I don't care. This is clearly better. Anyone who says Black Knight is better, you're blind, is all I'm gonna say to you. Alright, and then coming in at the number 2 position, a very personal favorite of mine, and also very underappreciated skin. this is dire. Now, I can understand why people might not like this one as much as others. This is a very personal pick for me. To me, I just love wolves. Simple as that. I just love wolves, and I think they did him awesome. And plus the customization he has, you know, you got brown werewolf, gray, white, and black. And then you got the ninja headband, which can also change. You know, you got red, blue, yellow. So, and again, black. So it's just a great skin in my opinion. Great for combos. I love using him even to this day. I had a lot of trouble deciding whether or not to put him at number 1. He slightly falls short, but that's only because the number 1 position is that great. Alright, and speaking of the number 1 position, we are now down to it, finally topping off our list. This is Omega. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of trouble deciding between this and Dire, but I think Omega just has a slight edge for me because I just find myself using him more. He's just such an awesome skin, my second favorite skin in the game. He's just absolutely awesome. I love the supervillain design. And can we also just talk about the innovation that came with him? I mean, like, he literally started off the whole, like, progressive system, which, I mean, just an amazing way to start that. So, he was just, like, an awesome skin, and I would say I have probably more appreciation for him than most other people do, because I managed to get the extra lights, which just adds so much more to the skin. You know, you got green, purple, yellow, and red. My personal favorite is probably the purple one. But they all just look phenomenal. So just such a great skin. And he comes in at number 1. So anyways guys, that's going to be all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And leave a comment down below. How would you rank the tier 100 skins? Because I actually see, you know, that people have many different opinions when it comes to it. And that, I think, is probably one of the, like, the most fun parts about it. But anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today's video. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.